Welcome to a sort of combination between a maker feature and a puzzle stream, because of course today we'll be looking at recent levels by Grakowsky, host of the Stolen Tools and Deserted Yoshi puzzle contest, and also an extremely prolific puzzle maker that we have to catch up on because I have been falling far, far behind. And welcome Zigzy and Spirit Wolf, who have already come in. Hope you've been doing well. So we'll be going through a lot of puzzles today, but before that, I'm actually going to be looking at some other recent creations that I believe are of a less puzzly and more platformy style, which is unusual for Grakowsky, but also why we've never really found a time to schedule them in. So I'm going to start with those. I'm going to start with the Slippery Slope Slalom, since it's still winter and this is still thematically on point, followed by 10 o'clock towers. And assuming we get them done in a reasonable amount of time, we'll be going through the recent puzzles after that. Let's take a look. Slippery Slope Slalom. Ground pound slopes, slick as liquid soap, and soar for more floor. How difficult could it be? Okay, slide into the POW, and that gets rid of the gate, and then we go up. Alright, I was still reading everything when it came to the actual activation. You have this sort of instantaneous POW to on-off interaction that comes from the slide, raising the blaster. Whoops. There we go, lost a bit of momentum there, but that's okay. It's not going to be too time sensitive. I needed to bump the snowball towards the on-off switch. Let's see. Yeah, this angle here. Looks like I'd barely make it, but oh, that's okay. We might still be able to salvage this. Can we? What? There we go. Okay, let's see if we know how to do this. I was probably not supposed to lose the helmet there to the icicle. That's okay. I backed into the slide a little bit, and that's easy to fix. Let's not miss the ground pound. And take this all the way over. There we go. Not going to die to those other passages, of course. Here we have a checkpoint, followed by... yeah, I need to jump up quickly enough to hit the POW on the left, and then... I guess I need to go there fast enough, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm doing it slowly or misreading it. It drops the blaster, and then... I do need to go there faster. Without doing that, of course. Zigzy, I'm playing Slippery Slope Slalom. It is on this profile. It is also marked in the title. Grakowsky is typically a puzzle maker. We haven't played some of these platform creations before, though, so I'm going through some of them first, and we'll see how they go. Hopefully better than this room has been going. Yeah, I do need to veer left a little bit, but then I need to go right a lot faster, I think. That's the only way to really do it. There's a little bit of momentum control that I need to be aware of here. And yeah, still a little bit slow. I don't know if there's a better way to do that. I think I actually need to pick up the POW and then chuck it directly in. There we go. That's the way to do it. Whoops. And then let's actually have enough room to slide after that. It's a POW pickup, and then you slam it into the thwomp. No, too far to the left. You do need to give it a bit of an extra curve so you successfully pick it up. I am backing out of the ground pound and slide a little bit too early. There we go. Sure, we'll grab that. Oh, I was supposed to get on top of that. This is instead going to crush me. I was supposed to use the shell to bounce over there. I don't jump out of the shell, I don't think. I do use it to bounce. Blue Blur, welcome. Yeah, sometimes I'm backing into these slides, and that's, of course, cutting my momentum in a way that isn't quite correct. There we go. Yeah, that didn't quite go the way I wanted. Maybe it is a jump out of the bone shell if it's coming in too low to hit that grinder in the way I want. Let's move your left. There we are. Okay, so I can bounce on that, but it bounces me back because I'm not quite high enough to ride it out. I guess we'll find out very soon if it actually is going to be a ground pound with the shell or if I jump out of it instead at the arrow. But we'll need to fix some of the basic jumps first. Nope. Just getting warmed up, of course. Sometimes that's how it'll go. Okay, down we go. So this is our first stream since Christmas. I hope all of you had a fine one, and that it went as well as you had hoped on your end. Yeah, we just need to jump a little faster out of that. Sometimes I'm going a bit too soon and releasing the slide a little bit too early. No, need to grab that. Grab that guy, slam the POW, and take it down. Okay, down we go. And then, do we jump out? Yes, we do. Okay, that's correct at least. We know that it is correct to jump out of the shell instead of trying to bounce it on the right side. Oops. A little bit off-center here. Nice, smooth jump, and then down we go. Now, this is some kind of a back-and-forth boss, I guess. Where we gradually escort the Yoshis over with a series of bounces, using the mechanism on the right side. And then we should be able to push Yoshi over to the block. That grabs the key. Yeah, interesting multi-stage mechanism on the right side there. Has a nice way of doing an on-off switcher that's very compact. Anyway, here we go. That arrow and that arrow, I wonder if it's a double bounce on the snowball or if I'm supposed to pick it up. I think it's just a single bounce, now that I look at it. A Blue Blur, what happened today? I have no clue whatsoever. I think I am supposed to kick it down. Redbeard, welcome. And Redbeard, I hope you've been able to get some sleep recently. Might be a tall order, but what do I do here? I believe I am supposed to kick it to the right, and then Blue Blur, you got a Galactic Federation, did you really? Like the whole thing? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to kick here is supposed to work. Like, the arrow is probably telling me to do one bounce followed by a second bounce on your way over, but I can't seem to land that yet. I wonder... It's not going to be pick up and throw. It's going to be something else. It's going to be probably double bounce. There we go. Yeah, I just need to let up on the bounce a little bit. Whoops. That's going to be jumping off Yoshi and on top of the shell. You need to do it a little bit faster than that. And yeah, Captain Redbeard. I have no memory of that sleep concept either. I'm just sort of trying to reconstruct it from first principles and rumor. No, I'm not supposed to let up so much in that jump. It is going to be jumping off Yoshi right away and onto the shell. And anyway, Blue Blur, I hope that's going well. Nice way to start off the new year. Hope you've got a good New Year's Eve planned. If you're able to arrange anything under current conditions. A little bit far to the right, but yeah, I'm just supposed to let up a little bit at the first arrow. That's all it is. Not supposed to read the stars in the background or anything. I'm losing a lot of momentum as soon as I catch Yoshi there, which... Whoops, hang on. Makes me think that's going to take a little bit more adjustment. Yeah, you need to go right away, pretty much, but that's fast. That's going to be something quite brisk, where you land on Yoshi and you just go. And you can't really do that, in fact, because if you... actually, no. It's going to be using the Yoshi flutter in this style. That's what it is. I keep thinking it's going to be something to do with shell. It's actually just Yoshi flutter. Totally overthinking that. And yeah, the shell was just used as an activation mechanism. Is there anything on the right side or on top? Well, it won't be on top because of the camera scroll, but there will be something over here. So let's do it. Bonus room. Okay. What does that even say? Something coin? I'm not going back for it, though. Although I could go back for it, technically. Nice job. And here's Yoshi, just kind of hanging out here with his fire flower. And I can do this if I guess I can't really bust down a fireplace, unfortunately. No, not enough room to blow this up. If I dismount... No, that doesn't go into the ground pound, so let's get back out here from the nice warm fire. And we'll abandon Yoshi so we can grab the top of the flagpole.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
Yeah, really interesting activation mechanisms throughout when it comes to the POW gate, which was, of course, the centerpiece of this entire design. And Arvamp, welcome. Let's take a look at 10 o'clock towers. Clockwise or counterclockwise, 10 chimes is all you get. Not surprising, of course, that a speed level is built for Hylian Dread, a really great speedrunner who set a ton of records on 5 and 6YMM, and featured the project levels in considerable depth. So we'll see how we do with this one. This is 2%. Lacks enough to have an 8-second record, or a little under 8 seconds, I suppose. And 10 chimes, 10 seconds. We'll see how it goes. I see a key coin and a key door already, so let's take a look. Route to goal after 16 coins. Okay. Oh, okay, so you have to go around the clock. And you have to go around the clock without hitting the blades? Whoa, okay. That's going to be interesting. I guess you have to ride it all the way up and then... Yeah. Yeah, I need to ride it a little bit further and get it on the backswing, I think. If I understand it correctly. I don't think I understand it correctly, but... Maybe... Yeah, no, I do need to jump over, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. You kind of need to reach the end of the swing and then pull back. If I understand that, so... But it's going to be 8 coins apiece. Oh, I see, there's a block that's over that. Okay, okay. I'm much less concerned now that I see the block. I just didn't even notice that. There's a block under the top coin, which makes it much easier to get around. Instead of just dying immediately up top, because you can land there, and that changes things considerably. When it comes to how I'm approaching this, I am supposed to fall in and take the next claw after that, I think, but... Did I miss a coin on the right? I didn't, okay. I just need to plan this jump a little bit better. And I think I'm not really getting enough height off the bottom claw there, but we could always be wrong. Because it's possible that I'm approaching this the wrong way completely. Might just be that I need more momentum here, though. Nope. There we go. And then I need a bit more of a swing. Probably right and then left, and then you go over, and then you get into the door afterwards. Because you would need to go left to right anyway to get on top of the right side tower and head towards the key door. So this will be doable. Without too much trouble, in fact. But I need to time my exit there a bit better, such that I actually have the forward momentum going on claw. No, too late. And yes, Blue Blur, I had an excellent Christmas. And I hope you did as well. Sounded like you had a good one. I think I'm going late, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to fix this jump to find out, because I am holding a full jump into it. I do want to get in there on the upswing, but clearly I need to make some kind of adjustment. You got a laptop and a game capture card, so we can expect you to be streaming fairly soon, can't we? Well, good luck with that. I don't know if you're planning to do Mario Maker, or if you're planning to do live streaming at all, or if you're mostly just thinking about recording something locally. Yeah, something is wrong with the way I'm planning that exit. I did have it that one time before. I can't seem to get it very consistently, which tells me that I'm doing it wrong. It's probably that I don't have enough momentum getting into that claw in the first place. And then, because it looks like I'm nowhere near getting that extra tile of height. Said Streamlabs wasn't compatible with your device. What is your device? Like, not compatible with the capture card? Now, you can't use Streamlabs, that's fine. I mean, I'm just using OBS. There's actually a bit of confusion because Streamlabs brands one of their products Streamlabs OBS, which actually doesn't have to do with the OBS open broadcasting software. Like, it's actually two totally different things. And so if you use the OBS project instead, I believe you should be able to build it for the Chromebook. The issue that I would see coming up with that is that I don't know if your Chromebook would have the power to be doing the video encoding, because obviously I don't know its specs. I don't know how much of a budget laptop we're talking about, or if you have another PC to stream off of. Okay, I need to fix this jump. I've gotten it once. I don't know how I did it. But it's not reaching, and I think I'm actually going too early now. I do need to hold a full jump into it. And then I'm just not getting into the claw capture there. And then it's going to be right, left, right after that. I actually think that maybe I'm catching the initial swing poorly. Like, I'm not getting enough of a swing from the right to the left on the bottom swing because I'm not getting into it in the right location. Perhaps not quickly enough. Perhaps not with enough of a swing, in fact. Like, if I swing the first swing further, then maybe I can get more momentum from it that way. But I don't know if that's the right way to think about it. Well, we'll need to make the jump first, so. And actually that throws off my timing completely, so that's not going to be exactly the thing I want to do here. I probably just want to go really, really quickly off of that. And it's not reaching. I wonder if I have time for an extra swing. That might have to be it. If I'm not really constrained on time, let's just do one more swing. I am going to be too constrained on time, and it's not going to reach anyway, so... How to think about this. Because I'm nowhere even close. And I did have it previously, so it's not like this is the wrong path or anything. It's just that I'm thinking about getting out of the claw the wrong way. So let's switch to Toadette upon Blue Blur's request, and hopefully Toadette, starting with the next attempt, will have an easier time. Yeah, nowhere close. What is the thing I'm not doing here, then? Because it's definitely something. Whoops, no. Okay, that was a lot of momentum that time. But of course I was too far to the left. That actually gave me enough height gain that time though, so it's on the right track somehow. Whoops, no. Yeah, I had a really good attempt earlier where I did reach that high claw, and of course I just bungled that immediately from lack of familiarity. But there's a particular part of the swing that I need to catch here, and I'm not really catching it. What if instead of going back down to the first saw, I jump over it? And there's a reason why that's not going to work, and I'll try to show you, because I would need to go around the other way. I mean, I'm going to try it. I was thinking that earlier too, but the angle doesn't work for a particular reason. Because you don't manage to catch the lower swing at the right time if you do it that way. At least I don't think you do. If we try to loop this way, maybe we can do it. I mean, I'm partly doing it from the lower swing because I know it works from previous experience. Right? You see, the ceiling there actually prevents you from doing that. That's why you don't do it. Just to demonstrate that for you. Yeah, that's the reason you can't do it that way. No. It's possible that I'm just letting go of the jump too early, but I don't think I am. I'm just not getting off the claw at the right place, so... So I'm trying to leave the claw a little bit later now instead of earlier, because it's possible I was correcting the wrong way. Not quite. It's a little bit off-center. It looks like it's almost reaching. We'll go back and try it. Nope. But yeah, like I said, once we get to the top claw, it's going to be right, left, right. That's going to be the intended sequence, I think. Although I'm not certain about that either, now that I look at it. Yeah, I don't know how I did it so easily earlier, because I don't see what kind of adjustment I was making that made that possible. Hang on. Okay. So here's the thing that I did differently. I actually let up on the dash button. Hey, look, it's Grakowsky. What a familiar name. I wonder where I've seen that before. So yeah, we finished Slippery Slope Slalom just now. I'm going through some of the platformer levels that I usually skip over because on puzzle days we just skip right to the puzzles. This one here, I've caught the high claw here twice. I have not done much better than that. It may be a matter of timing. I'm pretty sure it is a matter of timing, in fact. But we'll see what we can make of it. And then I've got the past several weeks of puzzles to catch up on after that. Blue Blur, it shouldn't actually be that hard. It's about 2%. And on a series of very short attempts, this performance here is probably below average. And of course I got all the coins earlier, I just missed the last jump. Because I hadn't quite figured out what to do with the claw. I am, I think, clearly leaving too early here on this jump. Okay, that looked like it was almost reaching. Can you offer a hint? Hold that thought. Because with 1 second left, we're going to flub this anyway. Okay. And then I'm losing too much momentum here. I really do need to figure out the sequence. Because the thing I'm doing here is I'm able to make it when I let up on the dash button while I'm on this claw here. Just as a positioning adjustment. This may be the wrong approach completely, but it's working enough, or looks close to working enough, that I want to keep trying it. Nope. So at this point it probably is mainly a timing issue, although of course we'll need a little bit more of a swing either way to catch that properly. And this will not really be optimal anyway. Whoops. Nope. We'll get it eventually. So I can catch the claw, but I'm losing too much sideways momentum when I do, and I'm wondering... Look at that swing there. That was in some ways very good, and in some ways not very good at all. Because you go right away, in fact, on the upswing, then you don't just come to a dead stop, right? But it's also not quite getting me as far as I want to go. Yeah, so I'm trying to go a bit earlier now. That's not really the right fix, I don't think. And, yeah, let's see what we can do here. I think there is something knowledge-wise that I'm definitely missing here, but like rather than just treating this as a matter of precision, there is something with the approach that's currently incorrect. And yeah, Redbeard, I keep meaning to make time to catch up in more escape rooms as well. But we'll hopefully be able to set aside more time for that going into the new year, as I do have a couple of plans that I'll be laying out for the stream in January, February. Things have been kind of displaced a bit because I had to cut back drastically on my streaming in November and December this year for reasons that were not entirely expected. And so some things I originally wanted to run back in November have been bumped back in my schedule. But I may actually need to cash in on that hit in just a moment if I keep misunderstanding this. I don't know if it's the point of departure here, because if I go straight up, I lose all momentum, right? Like, I think I'm actually supposed to maybe overshoot a bit and then bend back from the left. Like, overshoot and claw to the left at a certain point, and then kind of pull back and get a little bit of entry momentum going into the next swing. And yeah, Redbeard, it's good that you got the announcement escape room out of the way first, because that one was actually deadline sensitive. You would not have wanted that one to wait until after already having a baby. So, you know, sometimes just a matter of priorities when it comes to which escape room to finish first. Okay, Still doing this wrong. I wonder if I'm supposed to just take a bit of a shorter jump in general for some of these, such that, like, if I'm doing the lower part faster, then I can get into this first claw with more momentum, if I understand this correctly. That I'm not really swinging the first claw quite enough because of the angle that I'm coming in at. And because I'm not settling up its initial angle very well, I think that's affecting the way the upswing is going afterwards, because I'm entering this claw in kind of a bad position. So this is probably not nearly as hard as I'm making it. I am just missing something. No. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Look forward to a brand new Redbeard level in 18 years. Yeah. We'll mark our calendar for that for sure. I can already kind of see the next escape room coming. I escaped parenthood. Now can you escape this? Whoops. 18 years from now, rounding for the fact that we have a week left in 2021, I guess it would take you to about 2040 or so. That would be the 50... It would be just after the 54th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, going on 55th. If my calculations are correct. It will also be, therefore, I mean, I guess Mario Maker would have been the 30th anniversary game, so 25th anniversary of Mario Maker 1 would be in 2040, or yeah, something like that. So it would be 25 years of Mario Maker, but 55 years of Super Mario. Virtual reality Mario Maker makes me think of all the virtual reality anti-softlocks that are going to be in the VR trolls. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to that. Okay, I'm doing something very, very wrong, clearly. Let's rethink this. But yeah, you do have to wonder what the shape of video games will be like at that point. I mean, at that point, I should hope I'm still able-bodied enough to be playing platforming games. That's still going to be not too far off, actually. 18 years from now is going to fly by, I'm sure. Okay, let's rethink this. So I'm kind of doing this on autopilot, and This is not quite correct. I think it's something... It's a mix of a couple of different things. It's that my exit is bad. It's also that I don't really have that much of a swing on that claw to begin with, and I think that maybe the first swing is not setting it up very well. Come on. Nope. This is probably going to take me longer than some of the puzzles at this stage. That was almost right, but at the same time, coming to a dead stop under that claw really doesn't seem correct. I'm just going to see if I can practice... Actually, no. That's a bad idea. We can't really just practice on this claw alone, because the issue is that I kind of need that timing from the right side to be correct, like in terms of the falling momentum and all that. And currently, it's just not quite right. I wonder if I'm supposed to do the whole swing here quite a bit differently, in fact. Like, I'm trying to get back on that claw now. Not quite correct. Well, we've come close a few times. But I don't understand why I was close. And that's the main hindrance we're running into at this stage. Nope. That's leaving too early. Whoops. Oh, that time I just got pushed by the auto-scroll. That was embarrassing. Yeah. You're pushed in such a way that you're not really going to have anywhere to go on the left, of course. Yeah. And of course, after we figured this out, we'll need to figure out the top part, but... I mean, it does have to be something mechanical that I'm just not getting here, right? Like, there's... It feels like there's something I'm not understanding about the way I'm supposed to leave the claw. And yes, this was quite a departure, I could see that. Just your way of saying to Hylian Dread, speedrun my puzzles, will you? Well, I mean, a lot of people seem to be doing this one successfully. I've been doing worse than the clear rates seem to set my expectations for, and so... It's something with the claw momentum here. And I wonder if... there's just something that I'm not seeing. Like how I missed the top block here for the longest time, but there's no block over the blade here, so it's not going to be that. Blue Blur, I don't think I have the follow H command, but if you click on your own name in the chat box, if you're on PC anyway, if you click on your own name in a chat box, then you should be able to see how long you've been following the channel. Rather, what your original follow date was. No, I did try to set up the follow H command, but for some reason I couldn't actually get it to work with my bot here, because I'm using Nightbot rather than Stream Elements or anything like that. So there was some reason that Follow Age was not working because of some API access issue or other that I never actually tracked down. I should look at that again to see if I can set it up, in fact. I don't actually know if I can clear it. Like, the record is shaving so much time, though, that I'm clearly missing something that allows you to just do the whole thing smoothly in terms of, you know, some kind of very minute adjustment that allows you to flow through it really, really smoothly without actually cutting momentum horizontally as you go back and forth. But I'm not sure what that would be. And yeah, as you can see, that claw down below just doesn't have enough of a swing. I feel like if I give this maybe an extra swing, why don't we do that? That'll lose too much time, I think, but... and it doesn't actually help. Okay. And then I didn't build up enough momentum there, but then I was also losing a lot of time. 3 seconds left. Nope. Managed to get that. And then, what can we do here? Well, if you think the hint that you were offering earlier is actually going to solve this problem, I certainly don't mind taking it, because I don't think that whatever I need to correct here is something that I'm able to figure out organically. Like, it could be some kind of control issue, it could just be a matter of timing or precision. But I've had very few successful climbs up to that claw, and I should not go back into the lowest claw. Okay. Okay, so the fact that I was able to get up from that was maybe a bit misleading after all. I was thinking of swinging from the right side claw earlier, and then I was hitting the ceiling, and then so I gave up on that fairly early. Like, I was doing this, and I think maybe I was just leaving that too late then, unless I'm supposed to get up to the top. Because I'm actually just whacking the ceiling. Yeah, okay. I see. And it's... well, it could be wrapping on top of the tower, it could be just... well, yeah, that's the thing, that I was able to get up to this claw with what seemed like time to spare. And... so I gave up on the approach of taking the upper claw. Probably much faster than I should have. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, it was a solution, but it seemed just hard enough that it didn't seem like the kind of solution that would yield a 2% clear rate. And so I was wondering what was going on there. And anyway, let's adjust. So I need to get back down to that claw gracefully. Ideally without missing. And then I had to get it on top of the clock tower. I think I do get on top of the clock tower. Or... And you just kind of do a full loop like that, right? It looks like I should actually get enough height to do so. Although, if I do that on the left side... Whoops. Then I should be able to go claw to claw. And have tons of momentum going into that claw, except now I'm going in a bit low. But, okay, so it is possible to do that without whacking the ceiling. I just need to make maybe a very small adjustment, especially as I loop and fall off. Oh, well, you look at that. We're going to run out of time because I missed the upper level on my way to the right. And, yeah, I mean, if I just get on that claw and I jump out right away, I should be able to do it that way. Hang on. Circling and re-entering the claw is kind of the main thing we're running into now. But... And backing out a little bit early. 2 seconds at that point, though, I mean, that's already well below the current record, which makes me think that... Whoa. Yeah, I wanted to take the additional swing for sure. And... Or just circle around the right side on the upper one as well. Nope. Yeah, so part of the issue was that I actually successfully got up to this claw before I tried the right side and bumped my head on the ceiling. So I just gave up on the right side immediately without having inspected it properly. And there we go. That's a lot smoother. 0 seconds, will we just hit the goal? Yes, we will. And I'm caught in the clock anyway, so... Success at long last. Anyway, thank you for the GG. Relatedly, I hope the stolen tools judging has been going well. We've been getting through so many entries lately. And I mean to catch up on more of those myself, but... as you can see, I'm pretty severely backlogged at this stage. We did a couple of these recently on some other streams, but I've only gotten as far as Catstrophobia. And so we'll do as many as we can after this. I actually didn't do the sample puzzles for the recent contests, so I might want to do that. But we'll just go through this in order and start with Catstrophobia. And yeah, it's been nice to have so much activity around the puzzle scene all of a sudden from all these people turning in their 1 screens. Crawl, claw, and climb your way through tight places. A 3-minute record. It does say it's puzzle solving in some capacity, but we'll see how that actually plays out. Okay, so here's the cat house, I guess. Obviously, we'll check what's going on up here. Nothing much. We'll also check the bell. Whoops. And what do we have here? We have another chimney, matching, of course, the outside. I love the windows here, by the way. This is a nice touch. Especially the window on the right side, just having that very scenic view of the tree. Okay, number 1. Looks like we'll have a couple of different test chambers here. So... Probably just need to... hit this. Then... This shows you... Whoops. This shows you that you shouldn't be doing that. Hang on. Oh, well, okay, that works. That works. We'll do it. Okay. Let's not glue ourselves to too many walls at once. And then... Okay, so... I guess... Oh, I was hoping to crawl upwards into this space, but I guess this is supposed to demonstrate to you that you can't really do that. You need to fall in, perhaps. Like, fall in on this side here. That's okay. We can do that. We can just ground pound. Like this. And then I would need to scurry across, probably dash. Like that. There we go. Yeah, very interesting. Just showing off all the constraints on what you can do with a cat climb mechanic in terms of the minimum space that is required. Like, you need that 3-block minimum on the left side. That's what this level is showing you. 2 blocks, you can't climb. 3 blocks, you can. So that means that you would then jump up. I mean, you can do that without this as well, can you? You actually can't, which is interesting. Because I'm doing a crouch jump up here on the right. But if the left side is open, you actually can't do the crouch jump because of the way the cat spacing nudges you under that corner, you see? This is a really interesting interaction. I gotta keep this stuff in mind for when we do more puzzles by the other puzzle makers who like to exploit these kinds of sub-pixel rule sets. So here, what we do is we place the block on the left side, probably. Except, yeah, I would need to grab another POW, come on. And not do that. I want to place it in such a way that it is going to create something to my left here and squeeze me over like this. It squeezes me in, and then we get out. I can see why Cyphus, who is the king of speed records on puzzles, only managed to squeeze this down to 3 minutes. Anyway, we can climb because we have enough space to do so. And then we smack this. Twitch crashed, but you're back now. Welcome back, Blue Blur. Okay, number 4. This is going to show you that you need to require to climb on the right side. Can I jump over this way? Yeah. And then we crash in like that. Grab the key. You're actually surprised he went for the record at all. I mean, I suppose it was probably up for grabs. We need to crash into this such that we have a wall to climb on. And then here we are. Okay. We would need to get on like this. Like this, and then pound this so the belt takes you back over to the left side. And drop in. There we go. Number 6. Okay, this is going to show you the climbing rule once again. And that's going to pop you above the ceiling. Yeah, interesting showcase of just exactly what the constraints are on. They can't climb. In terms of the one-tile gaps popping you above the slot here if you don't have a ceiling to bump against. That's something I would not have known for sure until encountering it. Okay, we have a key door over there. That seems like a bit of a symmetry door. Let's see why. That pops you out. Checkpoint. And then we'll continue from here. Yeah, because I guess you eventually pop out the other key door with a state change. Anyway, bit of a maze here. But we can take advantage of the way that the walls pop you across, I guess, to eventually get somewhere. But before that, we need to get over to the on-off switch. Could be something with a wall jump, could also be something... Yeah. I'm thinking of hitting the on-off switch from the top level, but I don't know if that's reachable. I think we might have to come over here and dash through the middle instead, except of course the one-tile rule here with the ceiling prevents me from doing that, so... Let's see where I'm actually allowed to go. I can't go anywhere that pops me a tile above. I can't go anywhere that doesn't have 3 tiles to climb on. And I can't go anywhere... Let's think about this. And here, I can't quite get the jump because, of course, the corner constraint over there, so... However, the corner constraint over here should be able to take me up onto this side. This is such a highly specific series of collisions. Don't think I can get up on either slot. So which slot can I actually engage with here? I've got 10 seconds to figure this out, but then that's why this room is directly after checkpoint. It could be something ground poundy. I think that I do want actually some kind of can't dive, maybe, at some point. Anyway, let's grab this. And punch our way through. I'm trying to see what the cat dive can actually get me, but I don't think it's anything that I wouldn't have already learned. I'm also thinking back to the early puzzles in case there is something that I should have learned by now that I don't grasp systematically, because I know about ceiling rule, I know about the corner rule when it comes to being able to make a short jump, and I know about the minimum distance on the climbs. But none of that is going to help me here unless I figure out which slot I can even enter. So I'm trying a couple things with Claw here. I think maybe if I come up here and slide down... Nope, that's not going to be it. Yeah, because you need a ceiling in order to enter one of these slots here, which makes me think. So we've got 5 potential entry points. We've got this. We've got this. These 3 on the left. No, so okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entry points on the left side, 3 entry points on the right side, and none of them really look like they have much potential right now. It looks like it has to be something up top, because the first interaction here should be tapping the on-off switch and then going down to the left side. Unless you go through the right side first, which would require you to block this somehow. Or maybe using the slipperiness of like clinging onto a surface and then dropping from it. It might be something like that. It might also be something to do with the wall jump. We'll have to figure that out because I don't think I actually see it. You can't reverse through the pipe, so it's not like you can spawn out and do anything differently. It is going to drop you straight in. Once it drops you straight in... Let's see, you've got a wall here that should theoretically allow you to align yourself to do a short jump. But as you can see, once you get down below... And here's a reminder, of course, that's the 3D World ground pound high jump from actual 3D World is not in this game. Would come in very handy here. Can't enter that. Can't enter these. Have I actually been stuck in this room for several minutes? Yes, I have. So I don't see a way to enter any of this without some kind of ceiling to bump into, which requires me to think about whether the first on-off switch is going to be hit from below or from the left. If it's from the left, I have to get up here. Maybe something else can get you higher? Oh, like this thing? Yeah. That doesn't seem useful, I was about to say, and then... Yeah, Blue Blur, do look out for your electrical safety. Maybe something else can get me higher. Oh! Wait a minute. How did that work? Let's... That's really specific. Look at that. Because you would need to cross this gap with a bump and then climb onto this surface by kind of falling into it. That's a crazy interaction. Yeah, because I guess usually by the time you get up to that point in the climb, you already start to slip. That's a crazy interaction. Wow. Anyway, this should be able to get you up now at least onto the left side, which will then allow me to bump like this. That is madness. And then you bump this and then go in through the left. So, yeah, if you do the spin high jump, then you can get a climb on a 2-tile wall rather than the 3-tile wall at your point of landing. And, Redbeard, you have a good night. And yeah, early days yet, I hope everything is going very well so far. Okay, so this room here looks oddly like kind of cat face, very abstract one. And we'll have to keep that new rule in mind if we want to do something here. That single slot here, of course, is going to create difficulties for climbing in the center. Which indicates to me that if you fall in... Yeah, you don't really have room to do any of that. Can't really do any of that. Yeah, very strange, all of these can't collision rules that are typically not exploited. I mean, obviously we do want to go on the right side first because the whole objective is to get the key. The question is whether we're thinking about this as an exit or an entrance, and whether something like a wall jump would be able to assist. I'm trying to do the spin into falling into the wall now. That's not quite it either. Now, there's nothing I can do to block off this ceiling tile here, or create some kind of additional collision. So I feel like this is going to be maybe an exit rather than an entrance. But I'm thinking about this in terms of the state. If I can figure out a way to get under the on-off block, and it might be something like, you know, the fact that you would be able to, for example, if you're doing this kind of interaction against a wall, maybe you can kind of get a bit of a nudge on your way up into the on-off switch. But we'll try to get back to that room quickly, just so we can see it properly. This one, at least I understand somewhat by now. Yeah, because you can see that it gets you one bump, and then takes you through this way. Okay. And of course I'm looking at this and wondering if we have the information we need already to do the next room, or if I'm missing something else. Okay, let's go up, fall in, and get out. So this starts in the off state. Of course, that doesn't affect anything because you can just hit the on-off as much as you like. What do we have in our moveset? We have the dive, we have the climb, we have this thing here, we have ground pound. We have the crouch jump, but the crouch jump is only going to be valid if you have some kind of block constraining you to the left. You have the forward dive that is equivalent to the long jump. You also have this thing that allows you to just slide down gently. So you cling on for a while. I actually wonder if we do the cling animation like this. Hang on. Yeah, past a certain corner you get popped up. What if we get into the slipping animation? And does that do anything different? Also notice how quickly I can cancel out in these slots when it comes to attempting to do the dive. Well, there might be something that involves... I mean, it'll never be the central crossing because you don't really have a way to activate these on-off switches apart from tapping them from underneath, or perhaps doing some kind of swat from the corner beside them. if you drop into that slot. So the question is, do we go up this way? I kind of have the sense that we're supposed to loop in here to the right side. But then you run into trouble with the ceiling being open in terms of being able to drop in to the right afterwards. So, maybe it's something I've forgotten already from earlier in the level that allows me to get under this slot. Also notice that after you crouch for enough, you kind of get into this super crouch animation. Or, like that. Like if you crouch and hold, and you get into the super crouch. Or where she winds up to do something interesting. Or at least gives her tail a bit of a wave. That's a really specific thing as well that I hadn't noticed. Interesting. Because that seems to give you... Oh, I see. That just gives you this jump. I don't think I've ever seen that in the preposterous amount of Mario Maker that I've played. I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, I think I remember some kind of crouch jump being figured out early in the life of the game, but I've never seen a level that uses this in any kind of meaningful way, as far as I'm aware. Interesting that we just managed to figure that out from lack of other options. Yeah, because, no, there is the crouching animation in your normal form as well, right? But I think it's because, like, people just sort of instinctively use the spin for the high jump that you never actually see the crouch jump mechanic exploited in a lot of the 3D world levels. Wait. There we go. It's very odd that this is the thing that gets you into that one tile slot and nothing else will really do the job. But anyway, let's get in. You see, now I'm going back and thinking back to earlier rooms, if any of them are breakable using that, or like with a, or not breakable, but you know, if there's a hidden shortcut or anything. I should have checked a tree on the right side. And thank you for the GG. That was very strange. I want to go back in here just to try something quickly. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but okay. So you got the normal, yeah, because normally when you get into the super crouch, that's when you can kind of do the crouch walk, right? And it does give you the high jump, yeah. And yeah, I remember this from like maybe literally week 1 of the game when people were figuring out the 3D world mechanics. And because, you know, because you would have in the early days of Maker 2 certain things that people wouldn't test against. So a lot of people early on didn't know the spin high jump, so you would just break levels that way. But it was pretty much never a circumstance where you had to use this jump, but not the spin jump. If you know what I'm saying. Like, it's something that pretty much never happened. I guess if I'm not playing any claustrophobic precision levels anyway. And so I'd just completely forgotten that was a thing. Anyway, welcome, Donkey Man. That was Catastrophobia. Now let's go to Yoshi at the Gallows, which I understand was the sample puzzle for Deserted Yoshi. Last time I ran a puzzle stream, I was absolutely killed by two of the deserted Yoshi puzzles. One of them by Funked, which I still haven't gone back to solve, and one of them by Hippo, which was probably not that hard, but I think I was just tired and missing something critical about the exit. But anyway, we played a number of the deserted Yoshi levels on the stream before over the past few weeks. Haven't gone through all of them yet, definitely haven't cleared all of them yet, but as you see, Yoshi has been strung up and left for the vultures. So let's take a look at this and see how it goes. Took you 4 hours. Yeah, and I remember you saying that you needed a hint on top of that. Because I felt like I saw two distinct possibilities for how to approach it that had nothing to do with each other, and because of that, you know, it was very difficult to know which avenue to pursue. Okay, we eventually want the POW over here so we can get through the key door, but we need Yoshi in tow for that. I also don't really have a way to reset through the right side afterwards. I think I need to not hit this platform yet. Okay. Because the idea is that I want to be able to take Yoshi over to the right in order to get the key. I'll absolutely need Yoshi to get the key. But in order to do that, I would probably need to set the POW down and then Yoshi land on top of it, but then Yoshi can't get back to the left side, can he? However, once I grab the key, I can actually abandon Yoshi because I can go through the key door and then back through the key door. Like, I want to activate the key door before actually finishing the puzzle because that will allow me to claim Yoshi a second time. And that will allow me to do stuff like, well, this isn't going to give me enough height anyway when it comes to getting Yoshi across, but yeah, so the POW... However, I can bounce the POW on top of Yoshi. That's something that we've seen in a couple of these. That doesn't really help me, though. I mean, it gets me across if I'm down by a platform, but it doesn't actually help me get the key. And so we need to figure out how to get Yoshi across then. And one way to do it is... well, let's rethink this. I will probably need to rethink the sequence here so I can leave the platform alive for just a little bit longer, especially because there are two platforms, and I didn't actually need to expend the first one quite so aggressively, did I? Like, we should think about the platform order as well, whether I should be dropping a certain one before the other. But it seems like I need one platform to take Yoshi. And then if I still have a second platform up... No, you'll need to expend one platform for Yoshi for sure. But priority should be getting the key, because once you get the key, then it's just a matter of carting the POW across, and that shouldn't be too difficult a part of this sequence. But let's see here. If you go over to the POW right away, then you expend both, and then can I... oh, no, I know how it is. You prevent the platforms from dropping by dropping the POWs on top of them. That's the classic trick. And so you do want to take the high platform first, because that allows you to jump on top of the lower POW once you set it down. Okay, there we go. How to let go of the dash button, of course. That's always something I forget to do. I will need to use this at this stage, but then that's okay, because we saved it. Except now I don't have a platform to take Yoshi over with, but that's roughly the right idea, is that I want to drop something on top every time. And in fact, if I used Yoshi on this side to grab the POW, then I'd be able to soft drop the POW on top of the platform on the left side. But in order to do that, we do need to expend one platform first, I think, so. Hang on here. Let's do this first. Yeah, that's not going to be it. Also, an up throw here is not going to hit the ceiling, but it is going to hit the floor, as we were perfectly aware. Let's try to go Yoshi right away on the lower platform, because I want to actually drop Yoshi onto the platform if I can. Because we can go across, we can now get the POW, and then I can use Yoshi to snatch the POW from this side after that. We use Yoshi to snatch the POW. Or at least I thought we could. There we go. There we go. Then we get over here. Now, the thing about the claw is that the claw will allow me to up-throw the POW safely. And so that's how we get the POW across, once we also get Yoshi across. Except then I can't come back up, can I? So let me think about this, because I may have messed up the sequence here slightly. However, I don't need Yoshi. I can leave Yoshi down here and grab Yoshi again when I come back for the second pass through this room. Most important thing is to expend the key first, so we don't have to deal with it. Because then we back through here. And then we grab Yoshi this time. Now we no longer need to deal with the key, which is great because that means that I can just use one platform apiece and leave Yoshi up here the whole time and just go for the POW directly. No, I messed that up. Pretty sure I messed that up. Nope, I messed that up. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just reset this room by going through the door. So I don't need to redo the first half. Let's rethink the platforms. Okay, you got Yoshi over here. I should just take Yoshi and jump with him and preserve both platforms. And then I expend one platform on the way back. I think I would have to, because if you launch the POW over the first platform, I can't really land on it accurately. Or maybe I can. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it this way. If I take the first platform, the idea is that I take a second platform with the POW to get Yoshi back up. So the question is, can I do it this way? Nope. But that's fine, because you still have one platform alive. I no longer have a platform alive. No, because I drop the POW here, I get Yoshi upstairs, I take the POW, I throw it up, I use the platform, I get up there. This is correct. I just accidentally stepped on the platform. But the sequence is correct. So let's go back and do it. So I don't actually need to conserve the top platform if I don't want to, but I do need Yoshi in order to get the POW across safely. Same way we did before. There we go. Hang on. Should be able to do it. Or can't I? No, that's okay. I have the platform. What am I doing? I can just throw this up. And then jump up this way. Soft drop. Enter. Yeah, that's what you get when you try to do everything the convoluted way. Yeah, nice and elegant. I did kind of expect that you would need to spend a key early when I saw the layout initially. But it's always nice to have room respawns that require you to think about that sort of thing. So let's ring the bell. At this dark hour, sound a knell, climb the tower, and ring the bell. Seems like we've been doing a fair bit of that lately. But let's do some more. Something's familiar about this level. It kind of rings a bell. You can do it in 1, 2 without resetting. Yeah. I was thinking that if I were more careful about the platforms themselves, that probably would be the case. But I'd have to go back and look at that to see. Let's solve some other ones first. Love the integration of the flagpole into the screen, as always. It's always kind of nice to see these aesthetic considerations that will turn out to be something functional. Anyway, Yoshi's buried down here. Yoshi is obtainable if the P-switch is activated. P-switch can be activated if you drop it by taking out the block. Or by activating a P-switch some other way. I don't currently see how to do that, but let's think about the objective here. The objective is to collect the one coin, which I believe is located in the coin block up top. Can't really imagine that that's anything else. On-off switch is going to drop the blaster down to this level and block you off from going up. However, if you have an object that is lodged under the blaster, then it gets raised by an additional block and you can kill it. However, there are reset doors, which is fine because that would mean that the blaster would be able to come down and spawn immediately. However, we don't know what the blaster actually contains, and that's the important thing. We can see what the blaster contains by hitting this immediately and letting it fire. Mushroom. Okay, so that's not useful. That's not useful at all, as far as I can tell. So, we'll likely reset into this in the off position. Well, we can try to spawn in with off. I don't think it changes anything except from dropping the blaster immediately onto the platform. Yoshi looks like he can eventually access the POW, because this left side with the piranha is not walled off, which is important because Yoshi cannot fire through walls in this style. So currently the main thing I should think about is how to dislodge the P. I think if the blaster is not blocked off here, we can think about whether doing the ground pound, even in the small form, is able to activate the P for me like this. Yeah, because it drops off. That's important. And that's going to be kind of the key here. Now, interestingly enough, if you launch the P below the blaster before you drop it, the blaster will drop and activate the P, so that's not going to be useful. And this, notice that this is a P block. It's going to be blocked off. But that's okay, because it means that we can probably... yeah, because if I hit the P, this gets blocked off. This P here becomes available. Let's see if that's going to be accessible, because the thing I'm thinking right now is go through here. You throw into this... Whoops. Sorry, no, you can't up throw in this style. Never mind. What am I thinking? I was thinking of throwing that against a wall anyway on your way up. But I don't think I can actually do it that way. Whoops. However, you can do this as a climb. Now, why would the climb be important? Because if you're able to... yeah, because ideally I'd like to kill this thing by launching it against the... well, there's some way, but what's the title of this thing again? Ring the bell, yeah. We're trying. Okay, so we do need the ground pound initially to drop the P. Ground pound is going to spawn the vine down. Get rid of the P. We go through here. If you hit the P and then you do a ground pound now, then the vine is going to go up. That allows you to do what? Doesn't actually allow you to obtain Yoshi. I'm thinking about the logic that would allow me to obtain Yoshi, because the issue is that a P-switch activation... like, you would need to be standing here, and exactly here when a P-switch goes off. And... like, you need to be standing in this location. And then you let this fire. One way you could let it fire is if you have the P here, and then you bump it like that. If the blaster is in a lower location, that would activate a P-switch and that would drop you through immediately. So that's the solution. In order to do that, we need to drop the blaster onto the platform to start. Carry the P through so this lower slot is available. We then do this. And then we have to take the POW, which is going to be important somehow when it comes to doing this. I think it's going to be the P and POW stacked together, blocking the blaster. Something like that. But we are not grabbing the P-switch, but that's okay, because the thing is that we have Yoshi access. So there's going to be some kind of stacking... whoops, that was meant to be a soft drop. Never mind. Let's loop back. Okay. Wait. Surely Yoshi can soft drop the POW in this style, right? Hang on. Or am I doing something very wrong? I mean, I can just pick up the POW by hand, always. This may just be a D-pad issue on my part. Shows you how little I solve puzzles in this style. We have 30 seconds, so I will likely be losing this attempt, but we'll be able to figure this out afterwards. So, the idea is that I want to stack the P and the POW, and I want to get the POW upstairs. I can't put the POW on here directly, because it will activate if I try to hit it from below. That's also way off center. But you'd be doing something like this. And then, after that, you would hit this twice. Take out the blaster. And then you hit the POW, you get rid of all that, you hit the on-off switch after that, and then you have access to the bell. So that's the sequence. And shortly he can. And stop calling me Shirley. Okay, so let's do this again. We hit this. We use the P to access Yoshi. We don't really need the P switch to remain active. Indeed, we probably shouldn't. We'll take the POW through. Okay, this has got to be an input thing, right? Like, does Yoshi actually not do a soft drop in SMBU? How did I not know that after playing this thing for so long? Maybe I just forgot. That's okay, we have POW access, and we have Yoshi access, so it doesn't actually matter. The important thing is that we do in fact have the right interaction, which requires me to start with the on state, so we can drop the relevant pieces accordingly. Starting with taking out the piranha. And then we do this double stack like this. Okay. Double hit, triple hit. And might as well keep the P around for no particular reason. Ah, okay. So you actually do need the vine to go all the way. Right, because this is even very clearly indicated. In that case, I need to get the POW up here some other way instead of hitting it from below. Or, I mean, this needs to be on the same attempt as taking out the blaster. So the blaster gets taken out, and then you hit this block. But then in order to do that, you need to not hit this block to raise the POW. So we need to think about how to do that. Yeah, it shows you really how rarely Yoshi puzzles are made in this style, that you would think for sure that that would be something well known, but apparently not. Anyway, we need this block here to not be activated. So I need to bump the POW some other way. And how shall we do that? Could still be something to do with the P and POW stack. Could also be something with a Yoshi stack, where we dismount. Hang on, let's get this out of the way. Because let's say I drop like that. No, that's not going to be it. Actually, no. No, no, no. This is the... thing we need to consider. If I stack the P and the POW, and then release the on-off switch, and then hit this from below, then it should still get the blaster in position, because the blaster is stacked on top of the POW. That's the only adjustment we need to make. Because the vine will grow all the way so long as it is in the off state when we activate it. So let's go back and do this. Yeah, that's a very small adjustment, but it's not anything tricky. It's just a sequence thing because you need to think about, once again, the priority of... You don't even need a priority, in fact, because regardless of whether the POW or the blue platform take priority, you'll still be able to lodge a blaster above it when you bump it up. So you just bump it up this way and miss, because the POW is off center and the POW isn't going through the gap now. Okay, fine. Gavik, welcome. Alright, let's redo this one here then. So you do need the POW to be dead center then, because usually the POW would get lodged into the central column. Gavik, did you know that Yoshi can't actually soft drop objects in NSMBU? Because I feel like I've been playing so many puzzles in this game and somehow I didn't know that or didn't remember that. But apparently he can't. As in, you know, dropping an object, like settling it down gently, like letting go of a POW without activating a POW. Yeah, he does it all the time in Super Mario World. I'm sure you've done it all the time. Even if you don't remember. Whoops, yeah, but he doesn't do it here, and it actually throws me off like crazy, because I've been doing it with him all the time in the other style, in other puzzles. We're going to run into time issues here. Let's grab this. Okay, so I do need the blaster to land on top of the POW, but I need the POW to be central enough that it's going to go up the column successfully. Hang on. I don't know if that'll do it or if it'll hit the corner. It might hit the corner. Okay, let's do this and find out. There we go. Now we hit this. Now we get all of this out of the way. And then climb so we don't hit the invisible block on the way up. There we go, ding dong. And we won't even hit the top of the flagpole, because I completely forgot about crossing over the flagpole when getting to the right side, so... There we go. Thank you for the GG. Okay, a few more to go. Puzzly Buzzy Beetle Exhibit. Yeah, so I've got 4 more to go. I'm hoping to get through the rest of these in this sitting, but of course, with puzzles, you can never quite tell. Come see the new exhibit at the Mr. All Games All Day Zoo. Let's do it. Well, we're going to enter the zoo. The zoo gives you a checkpoint right at the ticket entrance, very kind of it, because of course it is going to be a multi-segment level. We'll take 1 coin, so I remember what I've done. instead of just instinctively grabbing every coin, which I was about to do. So anyway, here's the Buzzy Beetle exhibit. The claw is going to be important somehow, like if we send a shell over and need to capture it. It is actually going to prevent the beetles from just bouncing back and forth for you to go through here. That, in fact, looks like the purpose. But I think... Whoop, no, let's let go. The idea is that if you switch this over, then you have one that's captured already, and you should be able to get 2 interactions out of this. I hope. There we go. You don't even need that, in fact, as long as... Well, I mean, you did need that to block the first shot. That's all you need to do. Can I exit with a shell? I should be able to, and I wonder if that does anything. Actually, from this angle, maybe I... Oh, there we go. And I need to let go. Probably. But then this is going to be a fairly conventional gate, so you don't leave with the specimens. That would not be good manners when visiting a zoo. Won't be committing any kidnapping here, unfortunately. Okay, so Muncher and Blaster on the left side. Looks like we need to have a timed on-off interaction that starts in this location. One thing you could do is you could... Yeah, at some point, the POW is going to kill the Muncher and drop the Blaster and create a wall over here. And you also need that to stand on. So the thing I should be thinking about is, okay, how do I start the chain reaction in this location? Because notice that the POW is also going to kill the beetle, and so you can't actually do anything with it yet. You would need the beetle to remotely hit the POW, in fact. You would probably need to activate it, jump up quickly, and have it... oops. No, it's not going to deflect because I didn't read this block here. What you can do, however, is you can put the POW on top here, such that when it hits the on-off switch, it's going to activate the POW. So let's reset. And that's likely what's going to happen, because it can't bounce back and forth. So we'll set this on top. We'll let this walk. And then I'll try not to overshoot this time when we get over here. And then we'll take it. Great. 2 down. And then we'll pass the item check over here. And head back out. Okay, something invisible underneath the blaster that will also... Once it's bumped, it's going to hit the bomb, and the bomb is going to get crushed against here if we actually manage to bounce this. Let's check this first of all. Okay, thought so. But we'll check these things anyway. Because I think the idea is that I do need to send a shell over and use the shell to kick the spring, the way that we used it to kick the POW. Will it actually go far enough? We're about to find out. Here we go. And let's leave the exhibit. And of course, this here prevents you from taking the spring as well. So, very important to check that on your way out of the zoo as well. Recycle the checkpoint, and in here for more. Okay, we have a P-switch that needs to be activated when you're in this position. You can also drop the P-switch by having a shell wake up and walk over. I think we place a Buzzy Beetle here. It wakes up, it's going to pop up. I don't know if it pops up 2 spots, though. I think the wake up... well, let's try it. But that will allow me to grab the P-switch and... Whoops, no, wrong way, get over. Do I need to stand here to get it to face? Let's rethink this, hang on. Maybe I'm too close to the wall on that one. Let's say I'm going to the right side here. Can it pop? No, it doesn't pop because I need to hit it from below in order to get it to pop. The way to do that is... Yeah, but it needs to be upside down in order to actually do the pop-up animation. So the way we do it is this, except we don't die like that. It does the wake up if it is upside down and only if it's upside down. So we need to do it. Kavik, yes, that is correct. I'm glad I figured that out before I saw the backseat hint, but that is correct. Because you need to get it to wake up from the backflip. And yeah, I know you're not actually spoiling. That is going to be right. Then you get this. Place it over here, get it to wake up, it drops to P. And then once it drops to P, you place the P here, and then use the on-off switch to... No, that's not right. We can just step on a P over here. No need to do that in any kind of convoluted way. And then we'll drop in. And then we grab this and go through. And yeah, I wasn't really able to smuggle any shells out here, unfortunately, so... But we don't need to shell jump our way up here to grab all the one-ups from the gift shop that are somehow in the ceiling of the gift shop. On the rooftop, rather. And there's a GG made of shells, which we're going to punch out. And there we are. Yeah, pretty neat. Okay, we're kind of finally getting into the Christmas zone. But it was partly why I wanted to get some of these done before we were in the middle of summer. The Grinch strikes again with a much more sinister plan. This is tagged for Glorious Games. I don't think I know what Glorious Games is, because I've been sort of out of the loop lately with what's been happening. But we'll see what this is all about. I mean, Glorious Games, GG. Surely there's some kind of connection here. Host a contest. Yeah, I figured it was a contest. I just think I'm in the wrong time zone to know who that is. Well, actually, no, it kind of rings a bell. Anyway, so this is a dialogue bubble. The dialogue bubble says that Red Yoshi is doing something with the gift on the left. Green Yoshi is doing something with the gift on the right. Also, that there is something to do with the mountaintop that is in the picture frame. And a heart. It is pointing to the tip of the mountain. Here's some noise. Let's make some noise. And no green Yoshi. Okay. So I guess the idea is that we kill him. Because you can kind of see that there's the red pipe set up on the left side anyway. So, I mean, we pretty obviously just kill him, right? What? There we go. The mountain is just Grinch lore. Yeah, yes, that's right. Because of the heart that's 3 sizes too small. Among other things. Anyway, we'll slide down here. And then we have... What's going on here? On-off switch gets activated. Goomba walks over. Snowball goes down. What's going on with the stump? Well, we'll think about that later. Okay, we need a number of coins. Probably need to reclaim some gifts or something. Oh, it is an anti-keyed out. Yeah, it totally is. And you come back here and the stump just falls its way down. Okay, so here's a sleigh in some fashion. Oh, this is just a Christmas tree. What a star that I'm not going to get just yet. What is this? You're a mean one, presumably. Anyway, let's just do these in sequence so I don't have to keep track. Starting with this one here. Okay, going to go down a chimney. Grab a Red Yoshi. Red Yoshi can set this on fire, which then allows me to drop it. And then do what? I still need a key. And it looks like there is a setup on top of this pipe that requires me to kill something. Let's think about this. So yeah, something gets crushed up top, on top of the green pipe. Oh, okay, no, that's just the bottom of some other room, I think. Although it's within range to do something. Why don't I just crush Yoshi? This is kind of a Yoshi killing level to begin with, as we were shown much earlier. You're mean. I'd say that that's maybe understating the ethical violation here, but okay. Anyway, Green Yoshi thinks I stink for having nuked his friend. Chain Chomp is going to be a Chain Chomp. And let's go to the next room. Okay, Yoshi over there, conveyor belt on the right side. Neat little window here, of course. Conveyor belt is going to trap Yoshi in this location unless Yoshi takes some damage, which he can do using this hazard that has been placed as a decoration. Here we go, let's pop through. Yeah, I love how you have to kind of go through the chorus of the song between each of these solutions. Just to properly follow this through its refrain. Let's do this room next. I consumed a coin earlier, quite by accident. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that this is the pink coin mechanism that, yeah, gives you the pink coin right away because you have to pop out. Or rather, you can't pop out. So, you know, in order to preserve the pink coin, you do need to solve the room. But you're kind of given this thing at the beginning because I think you are able to shortcut it directly, right? Like, because of the entity budget that's taken up by the coin, that if you come through here and there is no coin that's available because you've taken it already, then the mechanism up top gives you an immediate key, if I understand this. In the same way as powerful puzzles. Like, we can try to do this later to demonstrate what I'm talking about, but the idea is that I have to crush Yoshi with the snake blocks here. So we'll do it. Come on. Or the coins are there to make sure I don't skip it. Ah, yeah, okay. It's nothing more complex than that. Okay. Yeah, so you don't accidentally miss it. Right, because the key is still coming from the Yoshi. Oh, right, because the entity budget is already in use for the Yoshi interaction. Yeah, that's right. But then that's just using the Yoshi limit, right, with the 2 egg limit or whatever. To get the second egg to trigger the interaction. Yeah. Since the Yoshi eggs do their own thing. I think I still understand some of this game from time to time. Anyway, very nice of a star to get me through quickly. So we don't run into too many problems here. What does this drop? It looks like this drops nothing right now, but it allows me to dunk Yoshi afterwards if I push him through. Yeah, so this is just gonna be a dunk. Poor fellow. Oh, whoops. Key door. Tile has to be on screen to spawn the egg. Yes. Yeah, because I see that with the top of the chimneys in terms of the setup you have there with the note blocks and the side springs to kind of get the key activated. The pipe has to be on screen, yeah. I think I roughly understood that. Let's not hit key death, although it would demonstrate the mechanism. Help! Alright. On-off switch up top. Red Yoshi can probably just do fire down on his side. And then Green Yoshi does what? Green Yoshi allow me to I'm going to run out of time here, but I think I should be able to do something with the Red Yoshi egg. Let's go back there. Of course, yeah, that's what the key death mechanism is for. We're going to see it. Welcome, Lantis. Okay, so red here can do that. Green Yoshi, if Green Yoshi goes back through the door, Green Yoshi should actually be able to capture the red egg. Not that you'd be able to get out with it, so that's not really useful. But I feel like if we... like, we want to be able to capture a fireball and fire it over there. I'm not necessarily going to be able to do it with the red Yoshi over there, but... let's see, on-off over here. Yoshi over here isn't going to reach. However, I can just take this. Do things the easy way for once. Rescue red. And then, now we can do this. Now, I said we can do this. Once I go up... oh no, I can just wall jump in this style. Flip everything. Oh look, the heart is now much bigger. Which is some kind of moral victory after killing all the other Yoshis much earlier. Hey, there we go. Thank you for the GGs. Hey, 2 more to go. At least in the current set. I will probably only stay long enough to finish these 2, so we'll see. Buster the Big Bad Blaster. Find a window of opportunity and take back what's yours. This is the example for the recent Stolen Tools project, which is still ongoing and being played. I think there are about 40 entries, last I checked, but it's been a massive puzzle festival that's been going on lately. And this was just a demonstration project for the rules. 51 puzzles, yes, okay. Yeah, you would know the exact number from the scorecard, of course. Yeah. I should go through the whole thing at some point myself. I've been playing them in bits and pieces and mostly prioritizing people I know or people who have come by to submit them. But lots to see and tons of variety, all involving some kind of boss that has stolen the usual manipulable items. We have access to a Master Sword. A Master Sword will allow me to do a ground pound on this block. This is also the goal screen, but the flagpole appears to be hidden by the blaster currently. The blaster can be hit if you do something with a glowing block that's underneath it. And of course, the blaster itself is the boss in this one, I guess, because it's the giant bandit with saw blades for eyes. Alright. So we can bump this. It bumps it up a slot, and it lands it on top of this skull platform. The skull platform then might be able to do something. It allows nothing yet, but let's see what I can do here. This allows me to climb. This allows me to not dash through anymore because the blaster is now blocking me completely. So I probably didn't want to hit that. Unless there's some way that I can get under here. I do want, of course, to do something with the on-off switch eventually, given that like, I don't know if maybe an arrow shot actually fits here. Not quite. And then the snake block is likely going to give you the crush that you need at the end. That's what I'm expecting. Notice that you can manipulate the Master Sword if need be. And that you can also reset through this door if you need. These contain vines, and that's going to be just fine. Means that we could probably try to do the dash across, in fact. But in order to do that, I would want to send the sword across. In order to do that, I would probably want to bomb this location here. And that would actually raise it, so no. And that's still blocked because, of course, it's the flagpole. The flagpole always has the block. That is indestructible by anything other than a Magikoopa. And yeah, Kalvik, hope you had a pleasant emergency. It doesn't sound very pleasant, but hopefully you managed. Anyway, you can dash through here if you want, but then we lose access to the sword, and we can't do anything here unless we manage to escort a sword onto this side. This does allow you to drop back through, though. So if you bomb this initially, what I would need is some way to lower it again using the Blue Skull platform. If I lower it using the Blue Skull, then I'm able to cross over top again. I do need to land on a skull, yes, because if I just tap this normally, which we've tried before, you would need to lower the skull in order to lower the blaster by that half tile that you're seeing over there. And so, well, let's think about how to do that. Whether I can do anything to squeeze in. Yeah, because I'm no longer able to cross up top. But I do need to send a sword, or make a sword accessible on the right side somehow. And because I will be taking damage on my way across the eyes. However, if the blaster is here, I can actually make it shoot on the right side. Yeah, actually, no, that's the way to do it, is that I just need to not have the sword spawned here. Why would that not function earlier, though? Because, like, no, I'm missing something very obvious, actually, which is that it will just be able to fire another sword at me on the right side. If I don't have any swords consumed right away, which will need me to do what? It would mean that I would need some way to consume a sword when I'm on the right side and damaged. So I can get this, like, basically if the blaster resets when I'm on the right side, then I can get it to drop a sword on the right, if I'm able to do that. One way that I can do that is by thinking about how the sword can be, I don't know, bounced into some other location that will destroy it. In fact, I do have a way to do that. I do have a way to do it. You drop the sword here with the bomb, and then you run across. Then now you spawn this on this side. There we go. And then now you go back across with the off state and with this stump disabled. Ah, no, because the reset door resets completely. Okay, never mind. So you just need to go back up to top then. Okay, that's fine. We're low on time. Let me just reset this attempt completely. But bombing the sword to go through here is correct. That is going to be part of the solution. And let me just tap this over. Oh, how did that miss? hang on. That was supposed to hit. I wasn't really paying attention to how that missed. Let's do this again. Let's get the sword on top. And then I needed the bomb to actually land there before it blows up. Come on. Whoops. There we go. Should drop it on the right side. There we go. And then now we need a sword to drop on the left side. Now, the question is, do I kill the stump? I think I should. Because then I'm able to do something like an arrow shot on the left side. If I'm able to take the sword from the left, then I can fire an arrow and manipulate the on-off switch that way. Because in order to get back to the left, I will need to switch this back to this on-off state. Which, once again, is going to require a bomb, because the bomb is going to allow me to destroy the sword on the left side here. Hang on. Come on. Too slow, I think. So let's do this again. I believe that's the solution. We drop the sword here. Drop a bomb. Go quickly. Donkey Kong my way up and not bump against the ceiling. Hang on. Let's do this again. Nope. Hang on. That was a much faster spawn than I expected. I just need to get out there much sooner and maybe drop the bomb from here. Because it's going to be within 2 tiles of the on-off switch. It's much easier to do it from this location. Why don't we do things the easy way? Anyway, let's do this. I'm gonna tap that, and then that allows me to hit the on-off switch from here. Step on this, and that is the puzzle. Good thing there was no requirement to keep the Master Sword at the end, because I would have blown it. And thank you for the GG. We'll see how long the last one takes. If it's really quick, then maybe I can throw in 1 or 2 more, because I usually run at least a 3-hour broadcast, but today I might have to finish early, so... we'll see. We'll do it, and then we'll see. Because after that, there are some older ones that I haven't done. There were a few where I've done early versions, such as the Troll, the Queen's Questionable Quest, as well as some of the other puzzles, but I'd have to go pretty far back to the early puzzles to continue from there, so we'll see how it goes. Here's Swamp Thwomp Blockade. These thwomps stand guard in defiance of secret sleeved cards and violence. And Samuel, welcome. Okay. It's going to be a water level puzzle. This looks kind of familiar, actually. I don't think I've done this one specifically, but I feel like you had an earlier one that was very similar to this that had to do with the crate stacking physics as well. These things on the side, of course, they allow you to potentially rescue POWs without dealing with them. They also allow you to dislodge the thwomps, perhaps. Let's see. Yes, you did have an earlier Forest 3D World puzzle that was also a bit of a crate stacking logic one, if I recall. You can have 1 block here. in order to do a door entry, so that's important to know. The POW is going to immediately get you through the top right thwomp, and if you have enough to stand on here, the thwomp that is in the top left. What it doesn't allow you to do so far is kill this guy, but I think if you have a crate stack that kind of allows you to bend over here, like if it goes far enough to give you a ceiling to hit, like this, then you should be able to hit it. Let's grab the POW hat and just experiment a bit so we can see. Because I think if we move this whole stack just a little further to the left, we can actually... Whoops. Nope. Not like that. Or even just have something to hit over here. We would be able to take out the thwomp to the left. The issue, though, I see what these springs are all about now. The springs actually prevent you from wall jumping up, I think. So we need to think about that some other way. Perhaps. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's play with this first. Because I think maybe you can still do a single wall jump off the left side, and the springs mostly prevent you from wall jumping up to the top corner on the left here. Come on. Like this corner here. But you should still be able to do single wall jumps on the far left side to get out of the left side area. So now the question is, if we do this POW initially, whoops, let's just go up and grab it. Keep in mind that I need a crate stack in order to get up here, don't I? No, I don't. Okay, never mind then, because I was thinking that we might need to budget crates. But if we don't need to do that, we just go over here. Let's have this guy. But then notice that now I have an issue that I'm going to be out of range here. No, I'm not. Okay, that's fine then. Then what's the issue? What am I going to run into here? Is it the wall jump that's the problem? No, it's not. Okay. This might be something fairly quick then. Unless we have another room coming up next, which we might. Yes, we do. We need to finish with the POW hats, which I did not expect. Alright then, in that case, we need to think about how to reduce the previous interaction to 2 POWs. It's going to be using the blue POW for some kind of chain. It is going to be some kind of POW chain. I thought that was definitely too simple. Much, much too simple. So, if it's going to be a POW chain, then we need to think about where the activation point is going to be and how to actually get rid of both of these. Now, if that's a down thwomp, we can probably get the down thwomp to come down. Sninjar, welcome. Yeah, Sninjar, I hope the contest puzzle has been going over well. I haven't played your Stolen Tools puzzle yet, but I'm hoping to do a separate catch-up session for some of those. Okay, so let's think about this then, because we will need a crate for the door entry here. We will need to reduce this to 2 POW activations, and re-entering the door I don't think is an option, so we need to think about which one to reduce. Instead of hitting 3 POWs, 1 for each side, whether there is some kind of chain that will allow me to knock out both, and whether these thwomps on the left side can be repositioned. Also notice that once you put on the POW hat, you can no longer manipulate the crates. That's an important thing to know because it means that everything has to be prearranged. And, yes, Ninja, hoping to catch you then. I will likely be running most of my streams earlier than my usual time, starting in 2022. That's why I've been testing out this early time recently, where I've been trying to move everything up by about 2 hours. But I don't know yet if I'll do that for viewer levels, because obviously a lot of my viewers in EU will be impacted by that. So, we'll just kind of take it as it goes and see how things work out. Okay, so POW activation here is going to chain over to what? The POW. Okay, so the blue POW allows you to chain a single POW over to anything that is on top of a surface. That's really important because it means that now that that thwomp is on top of a surface, that a POW activation on the left side, we'll just test this first and probably take a death or a reset after, should be able to knock out both of these. It doesn't. I think I need to get him to do some kind of drop. It is a side thwomp. And yeah, because I was hoping that if we have the thwomp detected as being on top of an object, it'll work basically like the POW puzzles that Zerfink made for YMM, which operate on a similar logic. But if we can't get that POW to do that, then we need to rethink what the blue POW is doing, because we clearly need the blue POW to kill something, using an activation here to do a double kill. So the trick here is to set up the double kill and figure out how to reposition everything to make it work, because it looks like all three of the thwomps are side thwomps, and although we can check that quickly by trying to head over to the other one. Yeah, that one's not activating either way, so I think it's actually pointing left. But yeah, we can always check these things to make sure. But in any case, we need some way to have one of the thwomps, probably the one on the top right, detected as being grounded. And possibly that's going to require me to... Let's see here. Maybe throw a second one up there. It's not going to fit, though. But notice how the thwomp collision there, like the thwomp actually moves up into that upper slot, like it clips into it. Which makes me think that it might actually be possible to lodge something else in there. But that's part of the issue, right? That the thwomp is getting raised by that. If we don't raise the thwomp like that, and we take a crate up there manually to slip it underneath, maybe that will actually make contact. Because in its initial position, the crate should make contact. So we just need to do the crate stack to put one crate over there. Also notice that whatever crate we put under there is going to remain available, I guess. Let's do this. Yeah, because let's test this, because now I believe this POW over here, if we actually manage to hit it, which I didn't set up properly. Yeah, if you set up a crate over here for float, now the blue POW should actually activate. I messed this up, but... yeah, let's just take the death quickly and redo. The issue now, though, is that I think I'm actually going to be down one crate, right? Because no, if I do a 2 stack over here, I can still jump up over here. Okay, great. So that means 2 crates on the left side. And then I want to hit the top left POW first, so the crates are not destroyed. Hang on. And we'll finish this stack afterwards. Because the first thing I'll do is do a 2 stack over here. So I'm able to carry 1 crate over, since I can't carry a crate with the spin high jump. Whoops. Hang on. Or I can actually stack these in a more sensible location. Just need to deal with some of the water physics here. Since I am floating a little center. There's a bit of forward momentum on the water that I'm always forgetting to account for. Come on. Can I just set you down? There we go. Now we come up here, we drop this. And then we move this over to this side and drop it on this. And then we have 2 POW activations, one on the top left, one on the bottom left. And then that should be fine. Now, why would I be allowed to go up to ceiling then? I guess that's just part of the spacing that's required to make this work. But we're going to get down here. We're going to hit both. Ah, yeah, no, because I need to get the key. Forgot about that. Whoops. No. I needed to place that crate further to the right so I can actually go through here. And that was a minor adjustment that I just completely forgot about. But yeah, let's do this right. Okay. Yeah, no, the ceiling is open, of course, because we need to go down to grab the key manually. I knew that. That's only the core mechanic of the entire puzzle. Whoops. Yeah, I don't want to take chances. That looks like it's close enough, but... no, let's not do that. It's going to float onto water anyway. I don't know why I'm so concerned about that gap, but we'll not take too many risks here. And then the thing to think about afterwards is the wall jumping with the POW hat, which should not be an issue, I don't think. But let's not jump to conclusions yet. Okay, now let's try not to activate the POW by mistake. And bounce our way back up, and back down. That should be it. Well, so much for that guy. Okay, maybe I'm able to stay for 1 or 2 more, because that one went by really quickly. Anyway, the important thing is that we are caught up. And thank you for the GGs. Yeah, let's do some more. I'd have to go quite a ways back to probably 2019. Yeah, some of the ones that I've played before, I'll probably just replay off screen just to check them off. I know I've played earlier versions of all of these because we had streamed them before. I probably don't remember the solutions, so I'd have to redo them anyway, but let's do something new instead. Hey, let's look at an Uno Mas, since we're catching some non-puzzle things anyway. Instructions. Push seesaw down. Stand on edge of seesaw. Sure, why not? Push seesaw down and stand on edge of seesaw. Okay, well, might as well grab some one-ups for endless. Nah, let's not. Okay. So the idea is that we need to be shoved through the one-way panel, right? Stand on edge of seesaw. Oh, wow, okay. Interesting. Let's take a look at that again, because that went by quickly. I sort of want to see what happened. So you lower the seesaw, and then as it comes up, so this is just a ceiling collision here, right? Or does it require something more specific than that? So notice how it kind of bumps you over one spot when it goes over. That's because it was already swinging. And depending on where you stand, it just kind of teleports you over. Oop. Nintendo collisions. Well, there's some tech for you, if it still works. This is from quite a ways back, so... Who knows? This was from, what, April 2020? Yeah. Now, we've done a lot of these. Let's do Tribute. This is the greatest and best puzzle in the world at Tribute. Sure. Let's find that out for ourselves. Okay. So, we have lots of doors and a goal. And doors, well, one door that is matched over the goal, and presumably something blocking the goal hole on the right side. Oh, you had been listening to a lot of Tenacious D at this time. I don't think I know my Tenacious D well enough to get the reference, unfortunately. But... let me just take a look at some of the door matching and also what the walls are like. This is a wall, as expected. This is probably going to allow you to enter the door if you have something to stand on. That's in fact going to be the idea, because you need to manipulate the on-off switch in order to get up above that claw. One thing that we can manipulate right now is the P. We can also do that if we want a POW to stand on. Potentially we'll use the claws later on to cart some objects around. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to probably not lock myself, which is perhaps what I've done here. I've totally locked myself. Okay, let's start over. They have a song called Tribute, which is a tribute to the greatest song in the world that was only played once to destroy the devil, I see. Well, so much for that. I should be able to get out of that, okay. That's just Twister nonsense. Yeah, because if I had made my way into the one-way panels, perhaps. I didn't really see a convenient way to get out of that, so... Anyway, let's go up first, then drop this, and then totally bungle this. Hang on. Yeah, if I intersect with it up top, that's not going to get me through. I need to kind of get in when POW is at the bottom. Unless I'm just missing something here by not bumping this up. Yeah, you can do this too. In fact, and then I can do a proper stack by weighing things down. I can also grab a second P. I don't know why I want that, but sure, we'll take it. Whoops. Oh, I see. The P kills the twisters. Okay, okay. Should try Ruben's co-op puzzle. Oh, you mean like a Ruben to Toad, right? We'll take that into account, Stinjar. I will have to try to remember that and grab the code afterwards. I want to do some kind of co-op feature at some point. Because there have been a number of co-op makers I've told I wanted to play properly at some point, but we will need to figure out how to arrange that. Anyway, this gets you through. Nope, that doesn't. I was hoping to grab it, but let's try this again. Presumably I want sort of a P and POW stack, so I don't fall through POW, quite like I've done here. There's some kind of twister stacking nonsense to do here. Whoops. The P is going to kill the twister. Why would I want to kill the twister, though, when the twister is able to get me through? Because if I kill the twister, then I don't really have enough objects to stack through here. Possibly I need to collect some of this. Oh, Ruben's Cube. Okay, you don't think Ruben and Toad is the... Okay, okay, I'm thinking of somebody else who used to submit here, I think. Yeah, Ruben's Cube. Okay, okay. I think that's somebody different. You beat in a single player via the dev exit. Okay, well, we're not going to do the dev exit, so... Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Ruben's Cube co-op puzzle. Yeah, I think it's two different makers named Ruben. Okay, we're going to throw it like this. And then... So the twister is here to discourage you from doing P first. I need to get the P out of here. I'm going to send it up top, in fact. And then we're going to restack these so it's POW on top of P. POW on top of P should give me a stable platform that is actually usable here. No, no, I was trying to drop that. Hang on. That was just a missed input. The dev exit requires many steps and it's not worth it. Dev exits usually aren't. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Let's not flub every single one of these. We'll likely run out of timeout anyway. Come on. Yeah, okay, no, I didn't expect to get bumped. That was the issue here. There we go. Let's do some item manipulation. Back over here, and then we'll weigh everything down on this side. This time, dropping the POW accurately. Oh, that's interesting. Well, it's not what I want, but it is interesting. Huh. Okay. I wonder if stopping the P then allows me to enter even though the POW will be falling. Yes, it does. Okay. Because the twister isn't totally dead at that point. Twister stays dead here because of the P. That's fine. Now we can go up here using P-switch. And, well, we need to match those doors. Okay. Now what's the purpose of matching those doors? So you can use the seesaw and grab the next P-switch. Why would I want to do that? You need enough of a stack here. Probably by... Okay, I want to grab the P-switch from the right side room. Because then I have access to 3 objects on this side, and then that's going to be a sort of strict power increase. A while back, your Y button stopped working. Yeah, that would kind of cripple everything when it comes to object puzzles. Unless, of course, you just train yourself to use A and X instead of B and Y. But... which I sometimes forget is an alternative. Anyway, we're going to have 2 objects here. The idea behind having 2 objects here is that I would allow myself to pick up a few things here. I want to create some way to get up top. Over in this location. But when a claw slides over, it's going to drop whatever it's carrying, isn't it? So... yeah. But then if I drop an object that way, and if I drop 2 objects that way, then that should actually hit just fine. In the way that it did on the left side. You don't want to up throw, you do want to... whoops. You know what, let's not lose the POW. No. Maybe you do need to up throw it. Because you wanted it to drag its way up, such that you can enter this location. It's going to be 4 seconds, we'll start over. Yeah, Ninja, in a lot of things like puzzles, the timer does just get in the way. But I think the puzzle scene in Mario Maker is one of those things that kind of emerged, despite Nintendo. I'm glad it exists. But it does work within quite a few constraints to trick out every available part of the engine. Okay, it's going to be POW followed by P. You stomp on the P, you get onto POW before the twister completely drops. That's quick. Then you do the same thing in order to grab the P and move it over. That is a very satisfying interaction. That little bouncy box on the right side. Then you do a double object drop up here, I think. A little bit of a tight location here. Nope. Hang on. Let's figure out the timing that you need. Yeah, you do need it to drag up. Possibly I need to get the claw to kind of drag to begin with to set its position. I don't know. Maybe not. Like, you know, just by standing here, it's not really a mistake that the claw is going to give you a bit of a squeak. And then I'm going to not miss this opportunity because it's actually going to stay in a stable position. Yeah, it's kind of neat then that standing here on the right side actually allows you to set the claw swing in such a way that it's going to go just far enough to not drop everything. That's neat. Okay, so this reminds me immediately of that Uno Mas earlier when it comes to springing over the way that we saw before. It is going to hit the P switch, and then is it actually going to allow me to grab the spring somehow? Because it looks like I'm going to be over this semi-solid here, right? So this is how you discover it, I see. Didn't... Oh, there we go. Teleport. There we go. Is there a reason not to hit the P switch? I mean, I would want to get the spring down on the right side. Okay, that's gonna be a no. That's a problem. So yeah, so you need to spring yourself over to P. P block behind the spring. Ah, yes. I always have trouble seeing P blocks behind objects in any case, so. Okay, so you're gonna have a P and a POW that will allow you to go in here. I'll need to redo that interaction, of course. And then you come in here, and then maybe you can actually bring it across, or if you're quick enough, maybe you get across without hitting the P. Or, actually no, you're supposed to dunk yourself down here somehow, because then you run in directly to the right. Like, you're supposed to tuck yourself in here somehow. Or have an object way down the right side, so you can just walk on the lower level. You walk over there on the lower level, and that's how you grab it. In order to do that, I feel like you need some kind of object to weigh this down, which means that instead of doing a 2-object stack here, we may need to rethink that somehow. Let's grab the P. Yeah, because I want to drop the seesaw, but I want to get below it somehow. And I think that would require maybe tossing an object over. In which case I should consider going POW only and then carrying a P through with me. Let's not step on this by mistake. And let's see if I can lower this. Does that get high enough? I don't know if it does. It doesn't. No reason to change those around. Unless you really want to cycle through them. So I would need both objects here. Whoops. Let's let that capture me for a moment. Yeah, you would need a stable platform here to stand on, which then raises the issue of how to get any further than that. let's go back and try to do the seesaw the standard way here, then. You found throwing up there to be easier for the P-switch? Yeah, and the reason I didn't do it was simply because it sort of fell out earlier. Oh, no, I know why it fell out, because I was still standing under the claw, actually. The up throw is much easier. Yeah, just grab this. And then I toss this... Whoa. Okay, bad idea. You toss this when you're standing over here. Perhaps. Nope, that's going to slide you over. Why don't I just lower this completely? Because I wouldn't be able to go through the seesaw. Hang on. Yeah. That is totally how you discovered the teleport. As you were saying. Maybe if I stuff myself over here and jump under and get dunked by the P-switch somehow. Like, I'll let go of the P-switch over here, such that I can get dunked under it. Hang on. No time to do this, unfortunately. Ah, there we go. Okay, 16 seconds. Let's go. Spring and pow. I probably need an additional object on top of this. Yeah, I'm actually off by one, I think. E-switch on spring isn't a soft lock also. No, I didn't think it was. Oh, you mean it doesn't require to reset though, right? Because I was resetting back out of the room. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. It isn't an irreversible condition, an irreversible state, rather. And yeah, Grakowsky I'll probably be finishing after this one as well. It's shorter than my usual streams, but I am trying some new things schedule-wise and adjusting accordingly. And okay, let's get up. But we'll see. Nice to have an opportunity to play some of these older pieces, of course. Because otherwise I was just never going to get to them, given how long I've been taking with most of the puzzles on the puzzle stream recently. Yeah, we need to reclaim... whoops, this P over here. Whoops, there we go. How did I get through the seesaw last attempt? By accident. But it was a particular P placement that I ended up finding, I guess. Okay, so that is going to be in a good location as long as I don't immediately drop the P by being under claw. Yeah, I was trying to get the P-switch to push me down, and it was just a matter of finding the correct position for doing that. Like if you're here or something? It was something like that. But it's fairly specific thing, especially because you do need to be weighing down the right side of the seesaw. Oh, that's going to slide me over. But the thing is, I want the P to block me from sliding over that far. Ideally. we go. Yeah, because the seesaw just got raised such that I managed to get pushed through. Okay, so now let's get out. Yeah, no, but you need to P-switch to way down to right side, right? Otherwise... Oh, I guess it just kind of went up organically, so... Whatever, it worked. No, we know this interaction. That's not right. I know it's not right. Let's go back and redo it. So yeah, I need 3 objects here. I need to do this. We've seen this kind of gate many times, in fact, in many puzzles. This should actually come back down. Yes, it does. I think I vaguely remember breaking one of Major's puzzles using this kind of upthrow collision logic, in fact. Oh, whoops. Reset. Wasn't the intended thing, but that's okay. Okay, well. That's alright. Who said anything about doing intended solutions around here? It did seem like you needed some kind of push down, though, right? To get you over to the right side. I was thinking that you had to be pushed down on the left. P-switch on top of spring weighs down to seesaw, and you can duck jump back out to the left. Weighs down to seesaw. Oh, on top of the spring. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, because I knew it was P-switch weight somehow, but I didn't quite get that as the thing that was supposed to happen. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I can see why designing a puzzle like this would reveal that seesaw interaction that we saw earlier. And Terminator, welcome. It says it's short and sweet. Let's do it. Yoshi wants to go home. Lofting with Yoshi. We've got some degree of momentum here. We might as well do more of these puzzles while people are actually present. So yeah, you need to finish with Yoshi and you need to get over onto this side. Ideally, you would think about this. Also, is this... Yeah, this is something I can carry. Oh, I see. Okay, so... What I want, then... So it remains in egg form so long as it's on a track. That's probably really important. Let's... But then, once Yoshi lands on a spring, then you get a hatch. Okay. You can just kind of go up naturally anyway. We don't even know where that door is matched, in fact. Let's actually see it. Well, once we are able... whoops, nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's redo this. Come on. There we go. Now, Yoshi needs to devour this, actually, on the way up. That was obvious, in fact. Let's just redo it. And in fact, I don't really even need to go in that door yet, then, because I can eventually just place it. Hang on. Go here. Should be within tongue range over here. I kind of want to see what's in the store, though. Just to see how everything is matched. It is going to be matched over here, okay. Well, now we know. That's fine. I feel like you'll eventually want the sideways spring to maybe do something to interact with the egg, but let's see. You'd like to go back to your older puzzles someday and see if you can remove soft locks and add more resetability. And, yeah, I don't know how severe some of the issues were in the older ones, like the really old ones, because I'm kind of starting to dip into the part of the list I have not played in early 2020. But anyway, let's... Come on, get out. And then we can use this to create a platform that will allow me to go up and then take Yoshi into the middle. I think I know how this should work. Hang on. That you do this, and then you do this. Nope. Then you swallow. You come through here. You'd get bounced, but then you can take another one. Pretty much as soon as you get out. You take this. But then you would need to get back out somehow. I can check the door, of course. I would fail the clear condition, but maybe there's something important that I can do on the other side. Because I haven't used this store here at all, I assume... Actually, I don't know anything about the door on the left, so... I think the door on the left just resets you if you go to the exit room without Yoshi. And Ninja sees it, okay. I think you actually need to do this, reset through here, and then trade out like this. Because that was the step we were missing with Yoshi earlier. That spring was out of the way. And Tub and Job, welcome. And we've got it. I've taken this spring with me. I don't know if I need it, but we'll just assume that I do. In case of any kind of surprise at the end. Sure, let's... we can't actually go over there, okay. Oh, I see. That last door is probably what's matched over to the door at the beginning, then. That's right. We'll take the gate and go. Lofting with Yoshi. And let's see. Lots of older ones that I have not done, in fact. We'll probably... I mean, I do have time for one more, but... This is likely going to require at least one more stream to actually get through it thoroughly. Hey, let's do this old one here as a way to finish, because this is also short and sweet. And then we'll probably have another sitting to get through some of the older ones, or we'll just deal them into one of the puzzle streams from time to time, because I'm through most of the list at this point, and we're getting into some of the really early material. This one's very widely played from fairly early in the game, November 2019. It looks familiar to me, actually. I wonder if I would have played some other version of it or something similar. Conceptually, it looks very familiar just from looking at the title image. Terminator, I don't know how soon I'll be able to do that. I've kind of had that on my list for a while. But we'll see, because I'm looking ahead to my schedule. Basically, my plans for this stream were set back by about 2 months, simply because I had to cancel half my streams in November and December. So I don't know how soon we'll be able to do it, but it's definitely like in the plan at some point. So we can slap some swords around. What was I doing? Oh yes, we jumped up here immediately without even thinking about it. That was not smart. This allows you to displace nothing. It allows you to... Well, the P-switch would release this, and then you would be able to head up there and grab the helmet. You need to power to get rid of the P-switch. And... yeah, you can do that. You just need to whack the pound and get up there. P-switch allows you to grab the spiny hat if you're quick enough. The spiny hat allows you to get the on-off switch, which allows you to get the key and the door. Okay. That's really quick, in fact. If I understand this properly. That's really quick. Unless we're missing something critical. Hold the P-switch. Yeah, we need to loop around and then probably use the power to brace this door once we have looped around. Because we'll need to do an additional loop to get everything set up the way I want. I also need to grab the POW again in order to get rid of the muncher. So we'll just circle around a few times until that gets done. Game audio is down. Okay, I will reset that quickly. We're kind of almost finished here anyway, but let me just reset that quickly. Thank you for letting me know. It had been good all stream and very well behaved, but this was bound to hit eventually, so just give me one moment, we'll reset it. Okay. We are back. Ah, yeah, okay, so no, I see the issue here. We need the P-switch. That's okay, we only needed a P-switch to grab the helmet earlier, so we're actually still fine. Because then this gets me across. And I should be finished at this point. There we go. Really quick. Oh shoot, the screen... I forgot to switch the screen back. Okay. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. So I can actually see the ending. Yeah, I forgot to switch the screen back after I just dove back in and fixed the audio. Let's do it. I rarely ever make that mistake. The hiccup screen, yeah. Alright, let's do it again. You played about a minute or two of a puzzle last night with a scoreboard covering the screen, so yeah, you totally understand how this happens. Just to be extra embarrassing for the people who did not do well on the scorecard. What am I doing? Yeah. Let's tap this. Drop this. Grab this guy. And we can finally map out the whole solution here. Alright, now we have it properly. So it doesn't just say course clear right away upon restoring the screen. Yeah, I was just literally one step away from doing that earlier, and so I was very eager to get that, I think. So yeah, we've done most of this at this point. And we'll go through this at another point, or as I said before, kind of deal them in one at a time. But we got through a pretty considerable amount today, managed to catch up on all of the recent ones. And yeah, some of the ones that I've done already, I might just redo them off stream just to check them off the list, including the troll here, which I saw in an earlier version. Or we could do the troll some other time, again, in case anything dramatic changed, which might have been the case, because that's what happens when troll levels get smashed to bits. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. We are going to probably continue to have a few streams like this going into the new year. I'm hoping to do another general puzzle stream soon, and we have some plans going into next week. Viewer levels will not run on New Year's Eve because it's New Year's Eve, but it will likely run the day after, so the night of the 1st and the morning of the 2nd. Those of you who want to keep up with this schedule, as I kind of announce it day by day, you're welcome to drop by the Discord. We're likely to be doing word games of some sort tomorrow. It's usually my Scrabble day, but lately we've also been playing lots of Battle Royale, which has been a wonderful experience. The first time I've really enjoyed a free-to-play Battle Royale, because of course it involves words. Grakowsky, thank you for making all of these. It took you much longer to do that than for us to play them, despite some occasional issues with levels like this one here. And thank you, all the viewers, for joining me today. So it'll be kind of a mix of word games and Mario Maker going into New Year, and if we don't see you before 2022, have a great rest of your 2021. Particularly those of you still involved in the Stolen Tools puzzle contest, which I still need to catch up on in large measure, but which I see has been a very vibrant streaming event. So, thank you to everyone for dropping by and for putting up with the audio glitch earlier. I'll send you on to a raid in just a moment, likely to somebody else doing Maker. But I'll scan around and we'll make a decision then. So, see you around, all of you. And do let me know if this new stream time is working out. I have been trying to bump the time a little bit earlier during the week for the benefit of people in NA. And regardless, until next time, fare thee well.